Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tamiya Robles. I am a credit repair specialist, credit repair expert. I'm the owner of Fix My Credit Now, 850.com. I'm the host of podcast Coast to Coast Credit. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today I am talking to you guys about the PACT Act. The PACT Act. As I mentioned in my prior live, that I am now offering services to assist vets. I've been doing this here and there in the past, but recently I've had two new clients of mine that put me onto a lot of game, some new information, and ways to help you guys accelerate as far as your disability scores are concerned, your benefits are concerned, expedite the process. I've found out so much more information and ways that I can help you guys. So I'm offering as a service. I want to make it abundantly clear. Before I go into the topic at hand, I also need to make this abundantly clear that yes, I'm aware that you can go to the VA and get assistance for free. Yes, I'm aware that you could get an advocate. Yes, I'm aware that there's scammers out there. I am not one of them. If you're going to complain about this and just say that over and over and over again with every video, just save your breath. You will be blocked. And that's it. But this is for just like credit repair, I deal with the same issue. So I'm kind of thick skinned to it. It's just really annoying and it's not helpful for other people. I offer my services. Yes, these services are free. You could do it yourself. But most of the people that I help, they are not doing it themselves and they would rather pay for the service to get done correctly, and not be stressed and bothered. So, this is who I am doing this for. So, if you need help, you want my services, then definitely reach out. The link is in the description for you to schedule a consultation with me and we can move forward. So, I want to talk to y'all about the PACT Act. One of my clients brought this up to me. As you guys may or may not know, I'm a huge nerd. So if I don't know something, I totally do a full report investigation on the topic. I learn it, I embrace it, I master it. That's just who I am. That's what I do. And that's what I've done with the PACT Act. And the more I've learned about what the PACT Act is, why it came about, in my opinion, which I'll discuss later, probably at the end of this video or maybe another video, because it's a lot. This is a lot. The PACT Act is a lot. It's emotionally a lot for some. It's frustrating for some. I talk to vets on a regular basis, but I am just going to share this with you guys. I know I got off track, but I'm sorry, but it's just a lot to unravel, and I feel that I want to share this with you guys and explain it to you because some of y'all feel that it doesn't apply to you when it does. So let me just do this video and share the stage real quick. Now, this is the how you if you want some information on the PACT Act, just go to va.gov, and as you can see the home screen, it says welcome the PACT Act and your benefits. And what I was trying to say before is I understand that I'm a little bit behind as far as bringing this up. It's not it wasn't intentional, but some people don't know what all my capabilities are. And I help people low key with different topics besides credit, and inclusive of VA benefits. And because I don't want to say the hookup, but because I got more knowledgeable in this topic, I decided, okay, let me try to help more people. So that's how that came about. So let me shrink myself up a little bit and let's talk about the PACT Act. Now, if you go on the website here, you will see that you can just check it out. It says learn what the PACT Act means for you, and it goes into the PACT Act and your benefits. I'm not going to read every single thing, but I am going to read what I find is most commonly looked at, right? I will read this part to you guys though. It says the PACT Act is a new law that expands VA health care and benefits for veterans exposed to burn pits, Agent Orange, and other toxic substances. Now keep in mind the word toxic substances. We're going to talk about this in depth. The PACT Act adds to the list of health conditions that we assume, keyword, please pay attention to keywords, y'all, or presume are caused by exposure to these substances. This law helps those provide generations of veterans and their survivors with the care and benefits they've earned and deserve. This page will help you and will help answer your questions about what the PACT Act means for you or your loved ones, and you can call them and you can file a claim for a PACT Act related disability compensation, apply for VA healthcare now, so on and so forth. Now, one thing I can appreciate about the website is it does ask questions that we all want to know, and you don't really get the why to anything. Okay, I don't think that's meant for that to be here. We could talk about why in the future at another time. But right now, I think they ask pretty good questions that your average person may want to know. So I'm personally going to go to, as you can see, I've looked at certain ones. Actually, I looked at all of these, but let's click on the first one. What's the PACT Act and how will it affect my VA benefits and care? So, the PACT Act is perhaps the largest healthcare and benefit expansion in VA history. The full name of the law is the Sergeant First Class FSC Health Robinson, honoring our promise to address comprehensive toxins, the PACT Act. Okay. So it says the PACT Act will bring these changes, expands and extends eligibility for VA healthcare for vets with toxic exposure and veterans of the Vietnam, Gulf War, and post 9/11 eras. Adds 20 plus presumptive conditions for burn pits, Agent Orange, and other toxic exposures. Adds more presumptive exposure locations for Agent Orange and radiation. Requires VA to provide toxic exposure screenings to every veteran enrolled in VA healthcare. Helps us improve research, staff education, and treatment related to toxic exposures. All right, so that's what it is. Now, again, not going to read all of this, but what does it mean to have a presumptive condition? In a nutshell, they're saying some conditions are just going to automatically assume or presume that your services caused your condition. So, usually, if you're a vet, some of you guys may know this already. I understand I'm talking to the choir, but not everyone knows. Okay, so just be respectful of that. If you're a disabled vet and you go to the VA, you file for a disability claim, you have to prove that you've had a disability. Oh, you had a disability connected to your service. So it has to be a service related disability in order for you to get some sort of percentage to that. Okay. Now, the higher your disability rating, the more money you get and the more benefits you are allowed to have through the benefit that you qualify for. Some people do have high ratings, but you don't have all of the benefits that 100% disabled vet may have. So in this situation, what they're saying is if you have benefits, I'm sorry, if you have a service connected disability, you don't have to prove it like you did before. They're just going to automatically assume that or presume, like they said, that you have a condition, it's service related, and then you just go ahead and apply. I find that interesting. We will talk about that later. Okay, some other time. And it says here if you have a presumptive condition, you do not need to prove that your service caused the condition. Let's make this claro. If you have a presumptive condition, you do not no need to prove that your service caused the condition. You only need to meet the service requirements for the presumption. So we're going to skip over all of this. I'm going to break this down in different videos, okay? But let's just go into what are the presumptive qualifications that they're talking about, right? So it depends. So it varies from Gulf War era and post 9/11 era. Okay. What burn pit and other toxic exposure conditions are now presumptive? Now, keep in mind, you gotta, when dealing with the VA, dealing with the government, dealing with any large entity, it's the key words that they try to trip you up with. And the reason why I say this is because I'm helping vets as we speak. Okay. And matter of fact, let me blow myself up just a little bit here. Okay. I'm helping vets as we speak, and I'm bringing this up. Hey, are you aware of the PACT Act? Okay. And they're like, I don't qualify. I heard of the PACT Act. I know a little something, something, but I don't qualify. Or what they're saying is a toxic exposure I don't qualify for. But if you notice the words, they're saying now, these conditions are now presumptive. Okay. And it's saying what other toxic exposure conditions are now presumptive. So there were already toxic exposures prior to this PACT Act. There were already presumptive conditions prior to this PACT Act. Okay. I don't know what they were prior, but now that this PACT Act is popping, we need to check it out, what the new ones are and what the old ones are. So this video, I'm just going to kind of like graze through everything because honest to God, going through this list, I know I'm going off track. Y'all should be used to me by now. I can't talk for shit today. But when you get off when you click on one thing, it sends you somewhere else, and then you go. Y'all know how the VA website is, but I'm on it so much, I know how to navigate through it and not get distracted. That's why I'm saying if you need my services, let me know. I got y'all. I got y'all. Okay. But what they're saying now, they have cancers now. These cancers are now presumptive. Brain cancer, I'm gonna tell you now, some of these words I can't even pronounce. So just focus on the video. Let's just let me blow it up for y'all. Okay. Now, brain cancer, gastrointestinal cancer, glibio, glioblastoma, child. I can't read this stuff. Head cancer of any type, kidney cancer, lymphoma of any type. Keep in mind, any type. So any type keyword can be anything of or pertaining to. And we're going to go into that in the future as well. Okay. Because I have my homegirl now, I got to help her. And when I was going through the list with her, she was like, oh, I got this, I ain't got that, but it's related to. So if it's related to, then you can apply for it. Okay. Keep that in mind. So don't say, oh no, that I don't have lymphoma. I got it's of any type. Okay. Melanoma, neck cancer of any type, pancreatic, reproductive cancer, respiratory. Now it says learn more about presumptive cancers related to the burn pits. So, boom, now it takes you to this page. Presumptive cancers related to burn pit exposure. Okay. It says we expanded the list, boom, bop, bip. Here you go. Brain, head, neck, and nervous system cancers. Okay. It breaks it all down. It gives you spinal cord cancers. You click on it, boom, there's a list. All right. This one, nose cancers, click on it, boom, these are the lists. These are now presumptive. Presumptive. You don't have to prove like you did before that this is related to your service. This is service related. You don't have to prove that hardcore like you used to. We're going to get into that in the future. I'm just letting y'all know this is what's going on in these streets. And let me go backwards, but as you can see, they're highlighting it. You can see these are the cancers. So we're going to go backwards. Now they're talking about illnesses. So these are the cancers. These are the illnesses. You see the list of illnesses. You click on it if you want to learn about other hazardous materials, presumptive conditions that make your illness eligible under presumptive. Click on that. Okay. Now we're talking about other types of exposure. We're talking about Agent Orange now. Again. Okay. I'm going to do a whole other video on Agent Orange now. Asbestos. So I, again, was talking to a vet and I'm like, hey, PACT Act, PACT Act. They said it didn't apply. I said, hold on to your nutsacks because we're going to go over the list. Once I said asbestos, they were like, boom, yes. Yes, right? Learn about compensation based on Agent Orange exposure. Learn about compensation based on asbestos exposure. Birth defects like spina bifida, not only spina bifida, like spina bifida. Learn about compensation based on birth defects like spina bifida. Burn pits and other specific environmental hazards. So the list is going on and on. Contaminated drinking water at Camp Lagoon. Is it Lagoon or Lejeune? I think it's Lagoon. Whatever. Y'all know. Don't judge me. I don't judge you. Learn about compensation based off of the water there. Gulf War illness in Southwest Asia. Come on, y'all. Come on. You guys more than likely qualify and are brushing it off like you don't when you do. They're doing presumptive condition. Are there more exposure related presumptive conditions? Yes, there are. Yes, there are. Let's click on it. Where does it take us? It looks like it's taking us back to the same shit, which it does. Which it does. That's why I can't stand the website. I know it frustrates a lot of y'all. It confuses a lot of y'all, but it's done. They do that intentionally so you give up. Don't give up. Get your benefits. I don't care if you get your benefits include a fucking pen a year. Get your pen, man. Get your pen. Okay? Get your pen. I don't care if you're at 90%, you're like, you know what? I'm cool with 90. Get your 100%, man. I don't care if you guys are, I don't know, you're like, I already got a house, I don't need another house. Get your VA loan benefit, bro. You were property of the United States government. You sacrificed your life, your family, your joy, everything, your personality. You probably came back a whole different person. All right. You deserve to get every single benefit owed to you in this PACT Act. Okay. It can help a lot of people. It can help you. It can help your family. It can help the survivors. And because they're talking about presumptive, that changes the game a whole lot, a whole lot. So I need y'all to consider these things moving forward. Now, let's go backwards. Let's see. I'm going to touch up on it now, but I'm going to do more of an in-depth video moving forward. But remember, Gulf War era, we talked about that. Vietnam era veteran eligibility. So before when they said no, now they're starting to say yes, not starting. They are saying yes. Agent Orange, like y'all know the story of Agent Orange, real talk. Y'all know what happened with the soldiers when it came down to Agent Orange, right? I have a client right now, Agent Orange. They won't admit it. I'm not going to get too deep on here. Because, you know, at the end of the day, this is still the government. Okay. But I will say my client, they have him down for everything else but anything related directly to Agent Orange. So now they say it's Agent Orange, but they were only accepting like heart condition, right? Boom. Which we're going to go into. Now, this is an older black man from the South. With all due respect, I am talking about my own people and my own culture. We kind of already have those pre-existing type of diseases anyway. Look at that high blood pressure. We got that anyway, right? With or without. With or without. They're talking about type 2 diabetes. I can't speak today. I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? We have that anyway, but boom, my client, he has this, but they won't give him 100%. They put it under Agent Orange. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, he's been part of burn pits. He's been part of exposures. He's been exposed to toxins. Motherfucking Agent Orange, my dude. Why is he not at 100% disability? He had cancer. He had to have surgery. And according to these new conditions that we could look at now, I went over them with him. He had it. He had it. But because prior to the PACT Act, he couldn't get it because it wasn't covered. Now he can. Now he can. So they have since hired me to get this man at 100%. Good client of mine. I got him. But look at this. I'm going to do a whole other video. Don't worry. I got y'all. And if you want to look for yourself again, go to va.gov. All right. I'm going to wrap this up for the time being because I'm just going to do videos on different sections only because it's so long and drawn out. It is very easy to click on one thing and go into 20 other different things and get distracted and get lost in the website. And then you don't know how to properly file. And that's the thing. You have to properly file when you're filing for disability claims with the VA, because if you're not submitting the correct paperwork, they'll reject you off the bat. Like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. Oh, you should have gotten an advocate and blah, blah, blah. All right, then. That's the thing. You got to make sure. So stay focused. If you are doing this yourself, take your time. This website is a beast. I've been looking at this thing for years now, and sometimes I still get distracted. Sometimes the thing will clock you out while you're in it. And then you got to start all over again and figure out how you got there. You know what I'm saying? So whole other bag, but I will be doing videos moving forward. I will do podcasts moving forward. If y'all want to hear about vets, you want me to interview some vets, let me know. Leave a comment, subscribe, whatever. If you want me to help you get to 100% disability again, okay, with the help of my new customers, I got y'all covered. With the help of my education, I got y'all covered. But there's options with that. I could do episodes with the 100% disability now. Because why? There's options and things that you could file that people didn't know. You don't have to wait 20 years to get a 100% rating. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna wrap this up. But anyway, check out the videos if you're interested. Please, let's be clear, this is a service. One of the reasons why my fees are what they are, because it's extremely time consuming. Extremely, extremely time consuming. You will hear people say, watch out for people that charge you for this. You could do it for free. You can do it for free. And yes, you most certainly should watch out for these companies that'll take your money and run. Okay. I'm not one of them. However, I am not going to take 6+ hours free of charge to get you where you got to get to. There has to be an upfront fee, which is just a small processing fee, to be honest with you, just so I could collect your information, process it, and then get going and handle what I got to handle. Okay. But in the meantime, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, check me out on Coast to Coast Credit Podcast. Be sure to download, do what you got to do. Check me out. All right. But I got another podcast. Check that out. All my information is in the description. All right. In the meantime, you guys take care. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.